the Indians.
Then, of course, we get down to the end of the ball game. The question has always been, can we play with the lead? Indians certainly proved that last night they can.
Yeah, and they did. And they shot their free throws well in that last quarter of the ball game. They were 5 out of 7 from the free throw line, a good 80%, 8 out of 10 all night long. So the free throw shooting helped them maintain that lead.
You know, as we sit up here, Greg, I look down and I watch both teams warming up. Of course, we had the girls' varsity game right before this one, where Osage girls took the victory there. This, you can expect a low-scoring game. Look, these rims do not move.
Well, they probably don't get a lot of use, Tony. And I think another thing that makes this kind of a gym unique is not much room on the end.
Yeah.
And kids will be conscious of that. They won't go to the basket as hard, on fast breaks and that kind of thing, because they know one step and boom, they're right into a wall. Now, of course, the walls are padded, not all the way across, but underneath the basket they're padded. But, when you cut off about 8 or 9 feet off the end of the floor, it actually slows down the game a little bit. As
they used to say to me when I was a kid, when they said stop whining, I said, still stings. And when you hit that wall, you certainly do. A lot of excitement here. We have a great crowd here. We are almost at capacity. I had to park way up the road right there. A lot of excitement when it comes to a basketball game like this.
For a guy like you, it's a good thing they had a golf cart out there to give you a ride. You may not survive.
I'm gonna hopefully he's still working on the way back. I'm gonna need a little tip money. See if we can write that off to the station. But I like what I've seen right now. It's been a great season. I think we got to start with head coach Jeff Henshaw and his staff.
Yeah, Henshaw's done a great job. We weren't sure what we were going to see when you look back in late November, early December.
Sure.
We saw an Indian team who, for the last 3 or 4 years, had been a full-court team, full-court defense, ran a lot up and down the floor, and totally that style has totally changed this year. I think we've seen the Indians full-court press maybe one time all year long, and that was in the Eugene tournament. Other than that, they've taken great care of the ball, a lot more conscious on offensive playing, a team game. And that was really evident last night when you had 6 guys step up at certain times during the game and be the scorer, be the guy to go to. And then when the defense would collapse on them, it's off to somebody else's hands then. They did just a great job of that, and they've done it all year.
If you're Eldon head coach Caudell, you've got to say to yourself, your fellas, listen, we need to take this crowd out of it quickly as possible if we can.
Yeah, and it's, when you're coaching against this Osage team, it's kind of become pick your poison. Do you want to shut down three-point shooters? Do you want to shut down the inside game? I think it's going to hurt you more. Well, I'll tell you what, last night, three-point shooting was very good by Osage, so you have to look at a game like that and say, guys, we got to be up in their face. We can't just let them shoot wide open, but I tell you what, you get up in their face, and all 3 of those guards, DePay, Landon Childs, Jackson Long, they can drive the ball and take it to the hole. Then you got to worry about them feeding it off to the big guy.
Absolutely. As we're getting ready to introduce the starters, as we have a big-time atmosphere here at School of the Osage. Rare afternoon game, but it's going to be a makeup game as we've got to get them in before district play.
Yeah, and then 2 more district games next week, right? Monday and Tuesday, those district games also?
Regular games.
Regular games, okay.
Yep, we're in the regular season here, and Monday we'll be right back at home where we'll face Boonville. Tuesday, we're going to go to Camden where we will have another local game, but just on the other side.
And the Boonville game will be a conference game like this one,
yes,
right?
Sir.
That's what I meant to say,
yes,
conference game. So Indians got to be right up there at the top of their conference, right, Tony?
Very competitive so far. Great win over the Falcons. As we get ready to introduce the starters, give us who's going to play tonight, Craig.
Well, your typical lineup from Osage is going to be Blake Harrison is going to be starting. He's a junior. Maverick Trusty, a junior, is going to be out there. Dane DePay, a senior. We're not sure Noah Northrup's going to start tonight. Jackson Long, he's the other starter that comes off. But Osage has got 8 great guys that can play, and they all do a really good job.
It's very rare that you can say this and mean it. Osage doesn't drop off after number 5. They don't drop off number 6. They could probably easily play 9 players.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to look at some numbers down there, Tony. It looks like Devin Hardy is going to start for Eldon, number 25. Lincoln Salzman, number 24. Cody Tam. 24-25, number 3. I got 3 of them, Tony. We'll have to wait till they get out on the
2
floor.
and 3. I'll tell you what, and we're about to get on the floor right here as the Osage Indians already on the jump circle, ready to go. Blake Harrison's going to jump for the Indians as we get ready to begin the game. You know, this has been the Polylift pregame show, building the best boat lifts at thelake.com. And Devin Hardy, the senior, I'm sorry, not Devin Hardy, but Britton Ahart, the junior. He's going to jump for the Mustangs. And here we go, folks. The official steps in. It's up. And the Indians going to control the tip as Jackson Long goes and gets it. He's going to hand it off to Aiden Pay. And here we go. Indians going to get the first look at the basket as the Mustangs come out in a little 2-3 zone.
They get in that zone, Tony, and then they try to match up off the wings. They talk a lot, about cutters.
As Maverick Trussey's going to take the first one. 3 is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Talon Hall. Now the Mustangs get a look. And Greg, on that 3, I can't emphasize enough, there's no movement in that rim.
No, it clanked pretty good when it hit that.
And Jackson Long on the drive gets a hand in there. And the official blows the whistle. We're going to have an alternating possession, better known as a jump ball. That's going to stay with the Mustangs as Ahart steps out of bounds to throw it in. Nothing inside. Hull's going to bring it back up top. And he's going to say offensive foul.
Lincoln Salzman just did not get set when he came up there and set that high screen, and